This was the most desperate frame of Selby's career. It all began with a superb safety from Higgins. He knocked the red away cleanly, and tucked the cue ball perfectly in behind the black. The referee then stepped in to check whether the cue ball and the black were touching. From the replay, you can clearly see, this was a brutally awkward snooker. The cue ball was tight on the black. The red was also glued to the brown, leaving virtually zero margin for error on the escape angle. This was the 2014 Masters, and at the time Selby was right at his peak. That period is often referred to by fans as the Selby era. So let's see how he deals with it. Selby's shot selection was, as ever, precise, yet there was no hint of relief on his face, because the final positions of the cue ball and the red once again handed Higgins both an attacking chance and another opportunity to lay a snooker. Now watch how Higgins, holding the advantage, responds. The red didn't go in, but the shot was clearly played with attack and defense in mind. And once again, the two balls finished in a position that left Selby facing a high-quality snooker. Back to the table steps the defensive master, Selby.
He was going to get the snooker if he didn't pot the red.
Yeah, so down the table would be one of the choices. He's looking at going round the other way, but...
Have a look at this shot. There's the first cushion, the second cushion, third cushion. That's going to be the green.
But unfortunately, the cue ball clips the green first on its path, a straight 4-point foul. At this moment, the initiative is completely in Higgins' hands. There is no viable attacking red on offer, and Higgins decisively calls on Selby to take on the escape once more. Here comes Selby's second attempt.
I think he's going to go back to the shot. Even if he doesn't hit it direct, if he hit it off the baulk cushion, he'd have a chance, but he'd be playing to hit it direct.
And disaster strikes again. Despite adjusting the line, the cue ball runs past the red by the finest of margins. Selby can only look on in frustration. He knows it. This frame has slipped away entirely. Worse still, the cue ball's finishing position gifts Higgins a free ball. Higgins calmly pots the black, and the frame is already beyond reach.
To leave Mark needing a snooker.
Another black follows, taking his score to 65 points. One more red, and the result is beyond any doubt.
To make this pot a lot easier than this. So much so they didn't play the pot.
Yet Higgins refuses to force the issue. Instead, he plays a calculated plant with safety in mind, and once again leaves Selby snookered. This is where you truly see how frightening Higgins can be. Everything is played to his rhythm, methodically dragging Selby along at his pace.